What's up, everyone? Sorry ahead of time for my painfully awkward first video. If in fact I had decided to post that to the internet. Um, anyway, I wanted to make this video because this is my second, technically, day on testosterone. Um, I went to the doctor yesterday morning at 9 a.m. and it was a follow-up appointment. I had one before that. Um, so all my blood work had been done. Everything was normal. I was good to go. And the doctor basically asks you if you've kind of, you meaning this process I went through in Massachusetts, it's an informed consent. So they really want to make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into, all the health risks. They kind of ask several times about fertility and remind you that when you start on testosterone, you'll not be fertile, and how much you kind of care about children or whether or not you want to preserve your eggs. None of which that is not something that personally matters too much to me. I never really foresaw myself bearing children. I kind of like the idea. I think a lot of people would agree of like having a child that looks like you, but anyway, it's not really something that, yeah. Anyway, so they ask you if you're ready to go forward with testosterone, hormone replacement therapy that day, and I was like, yes. Like I said in my last video, I was working with my gender therapist for several months, just really working through all of the sort of concerns and anxieties I had about it, as well as communicating with my partner, and yeah, so that's important to do, I think. If you're in a relationship, it's kind of something that you really want to do for yourself and you need for yourself, but I don't know. When you love someone, it's hard to make such a big decision, and feel like you're making it not without them, but it's good to really communicate your fears and your intentions. It's kind of something my therapist said that I kind of agree with, I guess, is like, if your partner is kind of scared or they know that they don't want to be with someone who changes gender from the get-go, they're going to be pretty vocal about that opinion. Whereas, like, at least in her experience with talking to people, if a partner was kind of scared, but overall, like, I love you, I'm going to be with you through this, it turned out that they maintained, they were able to keep going. And that's kind of how it's been with my partner and I. There are fears for both of us, but we don't just ignore them. I mean, we try to face them head on, and that's when, I really need to make an effort as well to communicate, like, what are you feeling? What do you need to know about this process and what's going on in here? And that's been a really big part for me. So, what else? Yeah, so I was really surprised. I had a fantastic male nurse, and he just had the best attitude. He came in with my shot already, well, not ready, but all of the supplies, and he like came into the room dancing and kind of singing, and just made me feel really good about it. He was just like, "Are you excited?" and just made it a very warm experience. I have a feeling he gets, a lot of just fulfillment, kind of bringing that to other people. I don't know. I mean, I don't know whether he was trans or cisgendered, but he just seemed to get a kick out of his job, and yeah, he was really good because he taught me right away He was testing me. He's like, all right, what do you think we do first? What do you think we do second? Why do you think we have 2 syringes? Like, it was completely educational, which I didn't think it was going to be like that. I thought a nurse was just going to come in and, all right, here you go. See you later. But he really wanted to make sure I had a grasp on how it was done, doing it next time, and just how important, cleanliness is and sterilization. So that was great. And then he asked me if I wanted to do the shot myself, administer it myself, or if I wanted him to do it. What I was doing was intramuscular, which means it was I used a 1-inch needle, 21 gauge, and that goes, I chose to do it in my leg. You can choose to do it there, you can choose to do it kind of like here in your deltoid, or you can choose to do it in a place in your glute, otherwise known as your butt. Yeah, I chose to do the leg because if you're administering it yourself, that's kind of the easiest way to go straight on. It's better than like turning and trying to do other parts of your body. And I'm perfectly fine with needles. Like, I have no issue with them. But, it's kind of, at that moment you're about to stick yourself, you're just like, whew, this is harder than I thought. But yeah, I did it. I poked myself in the leg in the right spot. Barely hurt at all, really. It's just that initial sting, and then it was fine pushing the fluid in. Like, a lot of people report it being like hot or cold, the liquid itself, or that there's like a lot of pressure and pain because it's really viscous. It's kind of a thick liquid. I didn't really feel that. It just felt like a normal shot to me. So I don't know. It could be the brand of testosterone. I have no idea. But for me, it was totally fine. And I barely bled at all. So it was really not a painful experience. Yeah, and then after that, I had to, drive back to work. So the rest of the day, I was just sky high. I mean, I was kind of pumped full of adrenaline, and just I also simultaneously felt this great sense of relief. I'm just now kind of like calming down. It was just even hard to sleep last night because it had an effect, a mental effect. Like, I know that, changes aren't going to come for a while, but just knowing that I've embarked on this journey that I've started is really comforting. Yeah, there's just something about that. I didn't even wait that long in comparison to a lot of other people for this, but it just feels right. So I don't know, I'm a lot more kind of carefree now. I was feeling really pretty depressed in the month leading up to this, and it's just good to feel like the weight has sort of fallen off there. What else can I talk about? I went to the gym last night, and whether it was a placebo effect or not, I felt super energized. Yeah, I don't know. That probably was nothing. That's probably just my mind. But I was able to bench press 85 pounds when I was doing 75 before. And going up 10 pounds is usually pretty tough. I don't know. I just felt really good about myself is all I'm trying to say. So, yeah. I guess that's all I have to report now. And I will, I don't know, update whenever I feel like it. Maybe weekly at the start, and then maybe monthly. Based on other people that I've really enjoyed seeing their videos on YouTube, I really liked that progression, because there's so much going on, mentally and physically in the first kind of 6 months, and then it sort of, tapers out, I guess. So maybe I'll do that. I also kind of wanted to do like a photo every day, because I think it'd be really cool to have that like progression at the end, to do a photo series of like, look at my face changing, it's magical. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions for me, please let me know. I really would like to hear them, or just any comments. How you felt, if you know, about your first shot, or if you have any fears leading up to it. You know, I'll answer, comment, whatever. Send me a message. Yeah, and stay tuned for more from me, Eli, or Elias, whichever. Alright, thanks. Have a good weekend.